Good evening.
Hey,
How are you?
I'm great. How are you?
I'm great.
That's
It's
nice to hear.
More Alienware Cup action coming their way today. Do you think they're ready for it? Do you think they deserve it, Bruno?
Absolutely. I
Have-
think that they've been very loyal to the brand so far. People want to see some cool games.
I
I'm
feel-
not gonna lead you to talk.
I
I'm
feel-
having so much fun right now.
When you're at your leisure.
Okay, please go on.
Welcome back to day number 2 of the Alienware Cup playoffs. The upper bracket round number 2 will be played out today. We have 2 best of 3s coming your way, and they are some magnificent games. Zenith versus LGD China, the first best of 3 set, scheduled to start in about 20 minutes, and then the next best of 3 will be Navi versus Tongfu.
Ooh.
And that is going to be Navi's first big test here in the playoffs. Rattlesnake, not a team who's really on their A game right now, but
But
Tongfu
these hexagons
is.
had lots of 7s and 8s and 9s.
Yeah, I've remodeled the hexagons.
Have you?
Per Bruno's specifications.
Yes.
We actually have new categories, but I don't think those are ready for today. But we have adopted the Bruno model, and I would love to see those. We'll
We'll
get a
see
look
them
at them a
later.
bit later. They're harsh. There's a lot of shots fired with those hexagons. They've been Bruno approved, but well, actually not for these ratings, but for the other ones.
Yeah.
So, with that being said, I think we can introduce our casters now. We're gonna have Lumi as well as Merlini casting. I really wanted to say Lumizi and Merlizi, but here we go.
We're the Merlumi.
That's pretty good. Better than
That's the title of our new series.
Bruminous.
Dude, I love that name. That name
Anyways.
is amazing.
So I was interested in placing some rares on this match, and the odds are actually 70-30. I don't actually feel that it's that skewed
No.
in LGD China's favor, especially after Zenith's performance. But they are a little bit inconsistent. I definitely bet on Zenith for this one, by the way. But if I had to put one like just straight 1-to-1 odds, I would definitely go with LGD China.
I would go LG China. I think it's closer to like 55-45. But since it's 30% Zenith, you
Yeah.
should bet your rares on Zenith as well.
That's pretty good odds.
Yeah.
Can I just say, whatever they are betting on,
Yeah,
just bet the opposite.
absolutely.
When in
Or
doubt.
whatever Merlini's betting on. Bet
Dude,
the
I'm on
opposite.
fire, dude. I have
Yeah.
an unstoppable stash of rares.
Unstoppable? That's strong language. All right, well, before we dive into this upcoming match too much, we do have a highlight video of some recaps from yesterday's action. Our first day of playoff action, we had 4 best of 3s. It was the best of times. It was the worst of times. And here, we'll recap it all.
LGD.
Produces 75% HP for God, just for being close by. For Team 37, also 80% HP. And Yamate is like, okay, I'm hitting your tower, I don't care, I have a Scotty. Try to get close to me, try to mow me down. 12 armor, 2.5k HP, and BKB to pop if he wants to.
And they got to fight right now, and here comes G. He blinks the back line. Is he going to drop it? Runs back and forth. They're going to focus on Jakira of all heroes while they blow him up. But here comes Freedom with a blink and a stun. Sound Siren is going to reset everything. They want Brax, or do they want G? Who do they want? I think Brax is the target. They're going to let him up, and well, I don't think he's going to survive. The drum's going to get activated. G's going to be on the back line. Here comes the net against Pycat. You cannot Manta out of it. He pops his ultimate, but all those illusions are going to block everything. Pycat's also going to melt, and one of the earliest GGV2.
Radiant's top tower is under attack.
Triple kill! Mega kill. Ultra kill.
Now he turns into Dragon, stuns
Well, Sylar, AKB being used, Sylar gets forced out back. He has BKB as a 10, should be absolutely fine. He used both of them right now. And now KY's fine. Nice force staff outwards here. He's saying, well, let's go for the racks instead. Finally, they get the tier 3, and now we'll be focusing on the racks. Here comes Mushi trying to initiate, trying to activate something for the team. Mushi gets focused. Sylar, though, dropping low. He's still got the Aegis. KYXY gets sniped up. Do they all have buyback? No buyback. These Ice Path, I have to say, is just beyond godlike, but I'm sorry, they're just Ice Path. They're not really big things. GG finally being called out.
Radiant's middle tower.
Now it's his under tower range. Nearly kills him off. Now it's Winter. Get me out of here, this poor little Wisp says. Contrast player low. Not out of it yet. Now a shockwave from the sidelines. The Prophet ult is going to snipe that poor Riki. Still, this big bad Alchemist gets chased. Oh, he's got some mech and phase boots. And bad. That's really bad for MUFC. Songchang will lip up FZ, and now he may have overextended. Might get picked off. In comes the big bad Spectre. Now I think they're in a lot of trouble. Hook is there.
Team White.
That was a slamma-lamma ding-dong from the Hook by King J. And that is it. Welcome back to the best desk. We've got the most chest hair. It makes us the best. It's LD.
James would have something to say about that.
Yeah.
But,
I've stolen his name. I've reappropriated it, but it's for a good cause. I don't have as much chest hair as you, but I'll work on that.
You know, I have a story for you.
How do you cultivate it, Bruno? What's your secret?
I put some water in it every day.
A little miracle grow here or there?
Yeah. It's called shower.
Yeah, it's
But
called
that's how
showering.
it works. You know, actually, funny story about that. Today I went to sleep like during the afternoon. I was awakened at 2 p.m. knocking at my door. I was wearing just like a shirt like this, but completely open.
Mm-hmm.
I go to the door. Purge. Just right there. He wanted to wake me up. The hotel. It was like. It was too much.
Do you know how many Dota fans would pay good money to be there for that moment?
I'm only for Purge now.
Blitz is also going to be unhappy, but they're not here, so you can say whatever you want for the time being. We did have some fantastic games yesterday. We do have 2 best of 3s headed your way today, guys, for the Alienware Cup, brought to you by Beyond the Summit and made possible by our sponsors, Alienware, MasterCard, wrong hand, always get them backwards, as well as DPM Interactive, the organizers. So huge shout out to them. If you want to support the tournament, the best thing you can do is follow them on Facebook and Twitter, twitter.com/Facebook.com/Alienware Cup. So anyway, with that being said, we can take a look at our brackets and see what the 2 matches are that we have coming up today. Some good ones.
Yep. So first we have Zenith versus LGD China.
Yeah, that's going to be the first series starting in around 10 to 15 minutes or so.
Right.
And then Navi versus Tongfu.
Mm-hmm. I think both series are really, really good because Zenith has shown us yesterday that they are the most unconventional of all the teams that we have in the competition right now. And LGD China, again, after 2 very long days against Orange, 8 games in total, winning both of them. They've shown that not only they're a very good team, but they're also very clutch, and they win when it matters.
We'll see if they can do it today, though.
Yeah.
I mean, they have a much tougher opponent here in LGD China, I feel. And I think for day one, the biggest surprise, at least for me, is that Orange Esports got knocked down. And the main reason is they had a tough opponent. LGD China versus Orange. That was not the most exciting series necessarily in terms
Definitely
of not in terms of kills per minute, but just in terms of how evenly matched the two teams were. It delivered. They went 3-2 in the Dota 2 Super League. They went 2-1 in this event, and it could be the makings of a great rivalry over the coming weeks and months. So with that being said, we can actually start to introduce the match, talk a bit about these teams.
So let's talk a little bit about Zenith.
To the player cards.
Yes.
Here we go.
Yamate, that guy. Used to play solo mid once in a while, a long time ago. Now he's playing carry. He still loves the Shadow Fiend though.
Has some choice words for Mushi. They're not on the best of terms anymore, but they're not playing with each other anymore either.
They might be able to face each other in the future.
Oh no. We've skipped a player. It's XY, they're solo mid.
Yes.
Tinker Extraordinaire, plays a mean Slark too.
Also an Invoker. That's
a flashy
very
player
crazy.
in his Invoker. One of the few players who will even take Invoker mid because, first of all, most captains will be like, hell no, I'm not drafting that for you. I'm sure Denny would love to play Invoker mid, but I don't think Puppy's going to give it to him.
No.
But Ice, more than willing to do it here and there.
Yep. Then we have XY, Dewey.
And then, of course, Ice, your 3-position player.
Yeah.
Fantastic. He's also a fantastic Invoker, but nowadays, mostly the off-laner. The Lone Druid we don't see as much. Darkseer, Bounty Hunter, probably your two big ones there.
Right. We have X-Freedom. I think I was talking to you before, I think one of my favorite supports in the Southeast Asian scene and all around the world.
Did you get to watch the game where he played a support Treant?
Yeah, I saw that.
Yeah, he got the Quelling Blade. He was eating his way through the trees. Didn't get a Blink Dagger to initiate, because that'd be way too boring. But
No.
Gets a Quelling Blade, he slowly munches his way through trees. By the way, that's cannibalism, a tree eating trees.
It's kind of fun. It's just moving them around.
That's sick. Just one more reason why you should hate Treant Protector.
Anyways.
How's that protecting trees? He's killing them.
But if he eats trees, then he poops trees.
That's... I don't poop humans, Bruno. I mean, that's the...
Do you eat humans?
No, I guess... It seems a little bizarre that you're saying that's the goal he should be working towards.
I don't know. You are what you eat. And he's a tree.
Okay. Ice, your 5-position player. Not the flashiest player on the team, but a stable, a stalwart support. I think X-Freedom is definitely the more exciting support player on this squad. The new Hexagons.
Oh, look at that.
There cannot be a single team that has the same ranking in the same category. So as a result, Zenith, a somewhat mediocre team. They did have a great performance yesterday, but it has to be said they are very inconsistent, and that's the main reason we've docked them quite a few points.
There's 6 teams that has better experience than Zenith who...
In this tournament? Absolutely.
I guess so.
Yeah, I guess so.
Have you seen the
Do we
teams?
have a listing of all the categories?
You can go through the database if you want and have
I'm
a full list.
quite curious who the 6 teams that have the better experience, because these guys play Dota since the dawn of time.
Yes,
like
but how many major international lands have they gone to and
that's
won?
a fair point. That's a fair point.
So there will definitely be disputes over these rankings. They're mostly meant to be fun and just sort of a discussion starter. We're not urging you to bet based on the hexagons. The disclaimer: do not go to Dota 2 Lounge and lose all your rares based on these. But
my rares.
This is all relative to the other teams in the tournament.
Right.
These are 10 of the best teams in the world. So if you're a 4 or 6 even, that's pretty damn good, to be honest. Compared to your average Dota team, obviously they'd be 8s, 9s, and 10s.
Yep.
With that being said, we'll introduce their opponents. LGD China, Sylar, carry player, very, very safe, very, very stable.
Very safe player. I mean, he's one of those guys that will not go into try to break your race until he's fully slotted and very, very sure that he's ahead of you. But then again, his decision making is great. I think he's one of those guys that will not go for the flashy plays, will not just go for the rampage because he can, but rather just make sure that he will kill you and he will get away alive, which is what a carry needs.
Absolutely. I think that's the big thing with LGD is they don't have that one player who's got a big ego. Xiao 8, he's your 2-position player. He normally takes his talents to the solo mid role. We've seen him a bit on... I believe he's played a little bit of Darkseer lately, but I think Beastmaster is his... and we saw the Magnus. Not his strongest hero. I don't think that worked for him. But Beastmaster, he is a monster, a beast on this hero, if you will.
He really, really knows his melee heroes in the mid, except for, that Magnus. Nightstalker was quite impressive a long time ago as well. We also have Yal, now playing the 3 position. Another guy that used to play the 2.
The new Hexagons are going to have a special category, a flavor category perhaps, and if they do... attractiveness, I think LGD China ranks pretty highly there. Mainly because of this guy.
Look, all these guys are magazine covers, so go figure.
That's what they're going for. Vici Gaming could have given them a run for their money. But
definitely.
Yeah, that team's in disarray now a bit. DDC, 4-position player. sort of similar to Ice, not the flashiest player, but gets the job
He
done.
gets the job done. That's the important thing.
You need a plumber, you call a plumber. And DDC is the plumber of supports.
Yep, exactly. Only the only player from Macau playing Dota 2 professionally.
Really?
That's quite a thing to say. Yeah. I don't know
How
what
many
Macau
people live
is.
in Macau?
3.
3? Oh, okay. shouldn't it be 4 since he's a 4-position player?
Whack.
Your 5-position, this guy
I-
dresses like a boss.
He does. He does. He's a man after my own heart. Sievin. I don't even know how to pronounce that. DDSC. He changes name very often. But yeah, very solid player. You can't really talk much about how flashy 5-position players are because, you know, as a 5-position, you have to be quite safe. And now this is an interesting hexagon.
Yeah, we again, categories will be revised, but LGD not not a creative team when it comes to drafts, but they pick stuff that works for them.
Yep.
They're very predictable, but it gets the job done, and that's
Are
sort
they
of
4 in player skill?
relative to these other teams. I don't feel like player skill is Sylar very, very talented, but I feel the rest of them, Xiao Wei, Yao, you look at them as solos, strong solo players, but mostly for their mid-game decision making. They're not lane dominators like a player like Mushi or 430 who just can crush his lane.
Right.
These are more just very stable players.
Xiao 8 is very skillful at dating, though.
Yeah, that's true. Give him some bonus points there.
Exactly, at least for style. Pretty girlfriend as well.
Well, LGD China, one of the stronger teams in this competition. They've been up and down, but at their best, very hard to deal with.
Yep. Well, we're going to see what happens now because they will have to face Zenith, and as we said before, it's I think the story here is the matchup between the very safe team, the very reliable
Yeah.
group of people against the unpredictable, the craziness, the Timbersaw and 3 picks.
It's an insured salesman versus Jerry Maguire, basically. Right?
Pretty much.
You've got your ultra flashy, ultra up and down, high and low team in Zenith, and then you have LGD China. They have their fans, they have their moments off camera, but when it comes to actually being in the lobby and playing Dota 2, not the most creative team, but efficient and effective, and sometimes even ruthless.
Yes. We'll see what happens now, I think.
So we've introduced the teams, Bruno.
Yeah.
Do we want to go into predictions?
Okay. I'm going to say it weighs my heart, but I think LGD will take these 2-1.
2-1. Do you think it's going to be close in all the games, or is it just going to be 2-1, but each game's a stomp?
I think there will be one stomp, but I'm not sure if it's going to be an LGD stomp or a Zenith stomp. There will be a stomp and then some adjustment. LGD China will take it.
Let's see if they can. As for myself, it's got to be 2-1 LGD China. Zenith, capable of beating anyone on any given day, but have yet to show that they can do it consistently. It's a somber mood here.
It is a summer mode. We
the-
want to Zenith to win. That's the
Yeah.
thing. I mean, that's fair.
Everybody is probably... people are generally drawn to the exciting and flashy
Yeah.
players and teams. And, well, Zenith, they are a bit flashier, but there is still a special place in my heart for LGD simply because of one man. It's Director 8. With that being said, Merlini, Lumi, your thoughts on the upcoming match?
I think it'll be 2-1 LGD. I bet on Zenith, though. The odds are way too good. I definitely think Zenith can take this, but again, as they've said, they have been rather inconsistent, but I think they can pull like some curtains over LGD's eyes with some really niche strats. They ran Treant Protector and they
Timbersaw lane.
yeah, Timbersaw. They used Razor pretty
2
well
games
too.
in a row.
Yeah, I think that they're just much more adaptive, and LGD is just like a little bit behind in the times. Although they use Spectre, I didn't see them use any of it in the past couple of days. They're still trying to adjust. I think the 4 Protect 1 strategy is a good strategy, and they definitely execute it well. But they need more tricks up their sleeve. They're a one-trick pony.
Yeah, I feel very similar to that. In the Orange versus LGD China, it's what 8 games that they played, and Orange Esport was
Right.
able to take the early game phase like 7 out of 8 games. And in that weakness, I feel like LG is fairly weak early game. Zenith could easily punish that, and it could be 2-1 LG China like everybody predicted, or 2-1 Zenith. I feel like this is the closest 2-1 series out of probably all of the other prediction that we have made. So kind of go either way. But if you're betting items, go Zenith because it has better rates.
So I actually haven't seen LGD run anything too flashy or too crazy, except like the 4 Protect 1. They usually have like Alchemist or Spectre or Anti-Mage.
Like their flashy is like Kunkka mid.
Right.
That's flashy for
true.
us, you know.
I'm trying to think if I've just seen anything else, anything that I can be like, oh man, if LGD does this, they might take us by surprise.
No.
But I think there's just a very low chance of that happening. We need to expand it to octagons, have creativity, adaptability, just some surprise factor, right? And LGD definitely like maybe not 1 out of 10 out of these 10 teams, but definitely bottom 3,
Yeah,
I'd say,
definitely.
in how predictable they are, and we already know how they play, and I'm pretty sure.
But
they're
here's
gonna
the
do
thing,
same
though.
thing.
Like, you know what they're gonna pick.
yeah, but they play it so well.
You
though.
know what they're gonna do,
Uh-huh.
and you beat them early game.
They're
But they
expected
still
to
beat
lose
you,
early
right?
games.
So-
they've lost so many early games that it's just another day. They expect to lose early games. Like, okay, we know how to come back. That's
Right.
they're probably more used to that than just straight up rolling teams.
Right. They're like they remind me of Dignitas a lot of times. We
Yeah.
draft very greedily for the laning, for the farming, but they know how to
Yeah,
beat the
they're
late
so
game.
resilient
Yeah,
as
they
a
are.
team.
So we'll see how it goes. I think both of us are also predicting 2-1 LGD. But for me, I think it's going to be a very, very close 2-1. It could swing easily.
I'm really excited to see what Zenith has to pull out, though, and they're one of the few teams, as they said before, that are willing to experiment. I feel that if they keep this up and find strategies, pocket strategies that just takes people by surprise, like Razor just like absolutely
Yeah.
dominated in the last series. If they can use heroes like Razor or other heroes that are in obscurity to that level of effectiveness, I think they can easily take this and proceed even further in this Alienware Cup.
Are we talking too long? Is that the...
Well, we're still waiting for the Chinese caster.
Oh, okay. Because I keep hearing you guys laughing, and I was like...
Laughing at you, Lumi.
Oh,
It's
okay.
all about you.
Yeah, I'm used to that.
Where's your
It's
Hawaiian shirt?
The white people laughing at the Asians.
LD,
Yeah,
Welcome
no,
to be on the
yeah, where's your
summit. We
Hawaiian
do this
shirt?
all the time.
Don't you have a Hawaiian shirt?
Bruno
anymore?
hasn't given me the hookup yet. We're going to go Hawaiian shirt shopping later this
Yeah,
week.
yeah, we're going actually later today.
And he's going to get me a yellow tux, too. Or maybe not yellow, but something
We have to drive to the outside town.
powder blue, perhaps?
I think like lime green would fit you. That is
Like the color of vomit?
No. That's not lime green. It's like very like,
Like
yellow,
you mean like
yellowish.
neon green?
Yeah, kind of like that.
Okay.
That'd be disgusting.
Merlini's already feeling
Yeah.
queasy.
Like you'll feel like in a Joel Schumacher movie. Like you remember Batman 3, the one
Yeah.
with the Riddler,
Mhm.
which was all like neon lights and very Riddler-like colors.
That's like more of a darkish green, isn't it?
No,
Either
no,
way, I don't.
Oh, it's pretty dark. Anyways,
We'll
we'll
think
see
about
that.
it. We'll
I'll
think about
convince
it.
you. Trust me.
What are we
I
going to
know
do
what
with
I'm
Lumi? That's the big question.
So I believe the winner of this takes on DK or IG next in the series.
You just totally
Discussion
ignored the most
over.
important
I don't
question.
wanna
Hayes.
ask. I don't want to talk about this. Lime green, ugly shirts.
I have a nice jacket at home.
Shots
I can
fired.
bring it as well.
I tried.
I like
Just
that.
point him to the nearest beer can. I'll take care of that.
I know. If you want to distract me, you know how to do it.
Yeah.
So what were we saying?
I
We
was
were
thinking
talking
about
something like.
who are they playing next? If the winner of this series, who are they taking on next? I think
Oh
it's
yeah.
DK.
Can we get the?
Brackets.
This is the IG or DK?
Let's see who it is. DK.
Mine.
Oof.
Well, I kind of see DK and LGD
DK
kind
stuff.
of like interchangeable.
Right.
They have fairly similar like safe drafting,
Mm.
ultra good late game. Maybe the early game of DK is a little bit stronger as well. They play ultra defensive. They don't give away like freebie first bloods that we've seen DD or DDC kind of waltz into. So I don't want to say that DK is a strict upgrade, but let's say if Zenith beats LGD today, it's going to be a very, very similar playstyle. Clash of
I wouldn't say
playstyles.
it's a side grade either, though. I think
side grade, upgrade, downgrade.
You never heard of side
upgrade,
grade?
and downgrade.
I know. I wouldn't say they're a side grade. Oh, they're definitely
What
not.
the hell's a
No,
side
they're a
grade?
forward grade.
The fuck is
It's not a.
Well,
it's
you
not
have
a
an upgrade,
strict
downgrade,
They're
go
definitely not a
3G.
downgrade.
Right.
Side grade is just like
I don't know. I'm
don't
asking
know?
you what side grade
How do you,
means.
it's just different.
What is
but
this
not the same.
conversation?
This is two Asians
It's like
talking about
okay,
English,
okay.
and it's
Do,
just
do you like chocolate ice cream?
Yeah,
Do you like vanilla ice cream?
yeah.
Well, going from chocolate to vanilla is a side grade. You're not going up. You're not going. It's not that one is better than the other. You're just going in a different direction.
That's really relative.
I know.
Because
Yeah, of course, it's relative.
if you like,
Upgrade and downgrade is relative.
it's like, do you like Coke?
Sure.
You like Pepsi?
Yes.
I thought,
But other
I thought
people
you
be
were
like,
asking about
no,
kind
like
of
this is
Coke.
not a side grade upgrade option.
Well, it's that was probably not the correct term to use.
Okay.
I wouldn't say they're an upgrade though, but they're definitely. I think they're slightly better. At least their performance thus far.
Mhm.
So I think that if Zenith can beat LGD though, they can probably beat DK. Maybe. I think so.
I don't know. I'm expecting
I'm gonna put
LGD
rares on
DK.
it, so I'll have
Okay,
to
you
put
put
rares
rares.
In all seriousness, though, I think Zenith, at their best, if they draft creatively but well, if they don't feed and overextend, which, let's be honest, Ice is very cocky, aggressive player. Even some of their support players, X-Freedom, goes for the show he plays.
Yes.
If they can rein that in but still keep an element of it at their best, I think Zenith can easily beat LGD China. It's just which Zenith is it going to be? Are they going to be at their best? Will they draft the right way? It's always hard to tell with this team.
Yeah, I think that the way to put it is Zenith is really good at snowballing. If they can snowball, like if they can get an advantage at the beginning of the game, they're really good at getting very, very ahead.
Yeah.
And when they are in that spot where they're like, let's say 10 minutes into the game, 5k gold advantage, or 20 minutes into the game, 10k gold advantage, that's where they shine, and that's when people like them, because they're allowed to make these kind of plays that even if you make a mistake, you'll be alright, but if you don't make a mistake, people will remember you.
Yeah. They're like it's like they're a momentum, a rhythm team,
Yeah.
right? Whereas LGD China is just going to do what they do, no matter what. It's very mechanical in a way.
Like a German efficiency.
Yeah, they're a very German team, actually. That's true.
Yeah, they look like.
Korean almost.